I'm alive and you, Harry. Now it's your turn. You swore to make Spider-Man pay. I'll make him pay.
Yes sir, we back with another KAGURABACHI video, chapter 4 this time. Not even gonna waste y'all time with this one, we jumping right back into it. Picking up from where we left off in the last chapter, we see the aftermath of the explosion that Fresh let off. And this dude, Shiba, is really up here sleeping in the car, bro. He looking like me after trying to read that Jujutsu no Kaisen fan manga, catching straight Z's. Fresh tries to be nonchalant and says, well, this is problematic, like he didn't just try to put a family out of business by destroying their restaurant. He says that all he wants is Char and is done with Chihiro. Chihiro thinks to himself, making a plan to save Char first, then see what he knows about the enchanted blades. Chihiro clutches on N10 and uses black. We see Chihiro cut Char free, and then we see Shiba swooping in with the assist. Shiba apologizes, telling Char this won't feel good before teleporting away. Fresh is sitting up there shocked because he didn't expect it to be more than one person. He screams they won't get away before they both in fact get away.
You stupid.
We see Shiba and Char made it safely to the car. Char is confused on what happened and Shiba tells her she passed out while they were flipping around. He asks her if she's okay and if she's feeling sick, and she says she's fine and she's not feeling sick. Shiba is thinking to himself about how there really was sorcerers after her and Char was not lying. Char asks if the stuff Shiba did was sorcery and he says yup, and Char says she wants to do sorcery too. Shiba tells her she can learn if she works like a maniac. Then we get a lore dump of the power system. Shiba says that spirit energy is life energy that powers sorcery and is inside of everyone. We switch back to Daruma and Chihiro fighting. Daruma tells Chihiro to hand over Char. Chihiro is not going for that as he activates black again. Daruma, Char, and Shiba react to that. Shiba quotes Char saying that's the most strongest sword. He then explains that the enchanted blades amplify the spirit energy in the person and transforms it into energy that the human body can no longer contain. And once it's exposed, it takes shape. He says that the goldfish is a mass of energy a sorcerer can't muster alone. Long story short, these swords are the real deal. Chihiro uses black, and unfortunately for all of us, Daruma dodges it. 1 inch to the top and Chihiro could have freed Daruma from the high top shackles. I refuse to believe in 2025 there are people walking outside willingly with a high top fade on top of their head. Daruma knows that Chihiro didn't create objects from spirit energy. That's spirit energy itself. He's shocked to see another enchanted blade in person. Chihiro is confused about that, but it confirms his suspicion that Fresh might be working with another enchanted blade user. Daruma talks about how he never thought he'd have the opportunity to lay his eyes on another enchanted blade, let alone fight one. As he says that, he ups more bombs. As Chihiro dodges, he asks where the other swords are, and Daruma replying like an a-hole talking about something. That's a good question. Chihiro asks him who has it and where is his boss. Daruma calls Chihiro an amateur and says he's supposed to ask questions after defeating him. And all I'ma say is, that bro is lucky he didn't run into chapter 1 Chihiro, because dude was swinging first and asking questions later. That man did not care if you was hired off of LinkedIn. If you was in enemy territory, bro, he was killing you. Nobody left that room alive. Chapter 1 Chihiro was really one of Satan's greatest soldiers. Daruma asks if this is really the power that ended the Seitei War, and he calls it anticlimactic. He says if that's all it does, it's no different from other sorcery. Who's gonna tell, bro? I just know Kunoshige looking up mad as hell after listening to that. Daruma yells out to Char and says to stop giving him trouble. He basically tries to fearmonger her and says this is what happens when people try to help her out. He says that people will die horribly trying to protect her. He hits her where it hurts by saying just like her mother did. Char starts looking sad and almost cries. Shiba, being the MVP, keeps Char calm and tells her not to worry and sit tight. Daruma telling her to watch, but as he's talking we see him blowing stuff up, missing. Call that boy Lil TJ after 2021, I'm talking all misses, no hits. Daruma just won't stop giving Char PTSD while talking about her mother's death. We see Char flashing back for a second, but as she's flashing back, we see him calling her death meaningless and pathetic. Like, bro, this is a child you talking to. As he's saying all of that, Chihiro is listening and thinking about his own father's death. We see Daruma finally hitting something with his bombs as the building explodes. Char is worried about Chihiro while Daruma just digging his grave deeper with the insults. We see Chihiro activates Red. Chihiro basically tells bro that he's done hearing them yap. Daruma is shocked that Chihiro blocked it and guesses that the enchanted blades must have multiple powers. We see Chihiro jump up and activate Black before Hokazono gives us yet another tough shot of Chihiro. Chihiro releases the attack and Daruma just barely dodges it. He thinks to himself that Chihiro must be holding back. He summons more bombs and makes them explode. Chihiro dodges it by leaping into the air, but we see that Daruma was 2 steps ahead and used that as a diversion to catch Chihiro. He ties Chihiro up, but immediately after that, we see Chihiro activate Red and copies his move. We see Daruma's face during the explosion. He looked like he looked Dabo directly into the eye. That shit genuinely hurts to look at. As that's going on, we see Shiba explaining that Red can absorb any attack. Shiba then asks Char does she see why he told her to sit back and watch. We then see Chihiro posing for the camera after the explosion, and my guy, I promise you didn't have to do any of that. This ain't getting animated for another couple of years. You're getting no edits no time soon. As Chihiro puts his sword away, we see Char giving Chihiro a round of applause. She tells him he's worthy of protecting her and Chihiro has to remind her she's broke. As he stands there, Chihiro thinks about what Daruma said to Char. He then says that they have common goals, so he'll protect her and Char is surprised. Just look at her, man. Chihiro goes up to question Daruma and picks my mans up by his collar. The chapter then ends with Chihiro asking him 3 questions. Who is his boss? What does he want with Char? And where is the Cloud Gouger? And with that, KAGURABACHI Chapter 4 comes to an end. If y'all made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you. Chapter 5 is in the works along with a few other projects. Until then, love y'all boys. God bless. Stay smooth, y'all.